Welcome to Anara Healing Space for you. Today, we will walk together into one of the most important virtues taught by the Buddha: patience. Patience is not weakness. It is a noble strength that helps us face storms with calmness, handle pain with wisdom, and meet the unkindness of others with compassion instead of anger. The Buddha once said that patience is the highest practice because it requires both courage and wisdom. In this teaching, we will explore 10 ways to cultivate patience in our daily lives, step by step, until your heart becomes like a still lake that cannot be disturbed by the winds of anger or fear. 1. Breathe deeply and pause before reacting. The first practice begins with something very simple: the breath. Whenever anger or irritation rises, pause and take a slow, mindful breath. In this moment of stillness, you create a gap between what happens and how you respond. The Buddha compared the mind to water. When stirred by storms of anger, it becomes muddy, but when calm, it reflects truth clearly. Your breath is the tool to calm the waters. You do not need to fight against your emotions or push them away. Instead, you gently return to breathing in and breathing out. As you breathe deeply, your heart slows down, your body relaxes, and your thoughts lose their intensity. You begin to notice that impatience is like a fire that only burns when fed. With every mindful breath, that fire loses strength. You shift from being controlled by reaction to choosing a wise response. This is the very first seed of patience planted within your heart. 2. See anger as an illusion of the mind. Anger feels powerful, but it is only a passing storm in the mind. The Buddha taught that holding on to anger is like grasping a burning coal. You are the first one to get burned. When you recognize this truth, the illusion of anger weakens. Patience is not about suppressing your feelings, but about seeing clearly that they are impermanent. Just like clouds drifting through the sky, anger comes, stays for a while, and passes. If you do not cling to it, it cannot control you. Imagine a dark cloud moving across the sun. For a moment, it blocks the light, but the sun is always shining behind. Likewise, your true nature is calm and luminous. Anger is only a shadow. By remembering this, you learn to observe emotions without judgment, without letting them pull you into reaction. You begin to smile at anger as it rises and falls. In this wisdom, patience naturally blooms. 3. Practice loving kindness. Patience is nourished by compassion. When you cultivate loving kindness, or metta, you soften your heart toward all beings, even toward those who cause harm. You silently wish, may you be free from suffering. May you find peace. This attitude does not mean agreeing with wrong actions, but it means refusing to poison your own heart with hatred. The Buddha taught, hatred is never ended by hatred, but only by love. Each time you replace resentment with compassion, you transform anger into patience. Imagine someone who criticizes you unfairly. Instead of reacting with sharp words, you pause and reflect. This person may be suffering deeply. They may not know another way to express their pain. By sending them metta, you free yourself from the prison of hostility. Your patience becomes an offering of peace, not only to yourself, but also to the world. 4. Accept impermanence in all situations. Life is always changing. Whatever disturbs you today may be gone tomorrow. The Buddha taught that everything is impermanent. Understanding this truth helps you let go of rigid expectations about how things should be. When you expect life to flow according to your desires, you suffer. But when you embrace impermanence, you allow life to unfold as it is. Imagine being stuck in heavy traffic. Instead of fuming, you remind yourself, this moment too will pass. Just like storms give way to clear skies, frustration also fades. Patience is the art of trusting impermanence. When you accept change as natural, you no longer cling tightly to every inconvenience. Your heart becomes more relaxed, and you discover that peace is not found by controlling life, but by flowing with it. Impermanence is not a threat. It is the ground where patience grows strong. 5. Learn to listen without interrupting. Another way to practice patience is through deep listening. Often, we become impatient because we are eager to reply, to correct, or to defend ourselves. But the Buddha taught that wisdom arises when we truly listen. When someone speaks, give them your full presence. Do not rush to finish their sentence or to argue back. Just listen with compassion, as if their words are precious seeds. By doing so, you create a space where understanding can grow. Imagine a friend complaining angrily. Instead of reacting, you remain silent, breathing gently, offering your presence. In that silence, the energy of conflict softens. Patience in listening not only heals the other person, but also nourishes your own mind. Each time you resist the urge to interrupt, you strengthen your inner peace. Listening is love in action, and patience is the ground that makes it possible. 6. Develop compassion for those who hurt you. It is difficult to stay patient when someone insults or harms you. Yet the Buddha urged us to look deeper. Behind every unkind action is a person trapped in ignorance or pain. By seeing this, compassion arises naturally. Imagine someone yelling harsh words. Instead of reacting, you reflect, they are suffering. Their anger is only their cry for help. With this perspective, you no longer see them as an enemy, but as a fellow being lost in confusion. Compassion turns the fire of anger into the coolness of understanding. You realize that holding hatred only hurts yourself. By practicing patience, you protect your heart from bitterness. The Buddha said, in this world, hostility is never conquered by hostility. When you meet harm with compassion, patience becomes your shield and love your sword. This is the power of spiritual strength. 7. Train mindfulness in every small action. Patience is tested not only in big struggles but also in daily inconveniences, waiting in line, dealing with delays, hearing unpleasant sounds. Each moment is a chance to practice. Bring mindfulness into every action: walking, eating, washing dishes, working. When your mind is fully present, impatience has no place to root. Imagine waiting for your turn at the doctor's office. Instead of scrolling impatiently on your phone, you breathe and notice your body sitting. your breath flowing, the sounds around you. This awareness transforms waiting into meditation. The Buddha said, mindfulness is the path to the deathless. By training mindfulness in simple activities, you strengthen patience for greater challenges. You learn that every moment, pleasant or not, is a teacher. With mindfulness, life itself becomes your meditation hall, and patience becomes your natural state of being. 8. Understand karma and cause and effect. The Buddha taught that every action has a result. If you respond to difficulty with anger, you plant seeds of suffering. If you respond with patience, you plant seeds of peace. Understanding karma helps you make wiser choices. When someone provokes you, remember, reacting with anger only adds fuel to the cycle of pain, but choosing patience breaks the cycle. You create conditions for harmony rather than conflict. Imagine dropping a stone into water. The ripples spread outward. Your reactions are the same, they affect everyone around you. By practicing patience, you send ripples of calm into the world. Karma is not punishment, but natural law. When you cultivate patience, you create a better future for yourself and others. Each moment of restraint is like planting a lotus seed that will bloom into peace. 9. Focus on solutions, not problems. Impatience often grows when we stare only at obstacles. The Buddha encouraged us to use skillful means finding wise solutions, instead of feeding frustration. When difficulties arise, shift your mind from why is this happening to what can I do skillfully now? This change of focus transforms resistance into acceptance and creativity. Imagine being at work with a challenging task. Instead of complaining endlessly, you pause, breathe, and calmly look for the next best step. This mindset turns obstacles into opportunities. Problems are no longer walls but gateways to growth. With patience, you discover that every challenge has something to teach you. The energy of patience keeps your vision clear, your heart steady, and your actions wise. In this way, you rise above difficulties instead of drowning in them. 10. Remember, patience is the highest practice. The Buddha declared that patience is the greatest ascetic practice. Why? Because it requires inner strength, courage, and wisdom. Patience is not passive. It is active endurance. It means staying steady in storms, keeping your heart open in the face of harm, and holding compassion when anger seems easier. Think of a tree standing through the seasons. It endures wind, rain, heat, and cold, yet it continues to grow silently, offering shade and fruit. That is patience. When you embody this virtue, you become unshakable. You transform anger into peace, fear into courage, and pain into clarity. To live patiently is to live in harmony with the Dharma itself. Each step, each breath, each act of forbearance is a step on the path of liberation. Truly, patience is the crown jewel of Buddhist practice. Dear friend, patience is not something you achieve once and for all. It is something you practice every day. Through breathing, compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom, you grow roots of patience that hold you steady in the storms of life. The Buddha left us this jewel so we could walk the path with peace in our hearts. May these 10 ways guide you gently back to yourself. Thank you for joining Anara Healing Space for You. May your journey be calm, your heart vast, and your life filled with peace. Namaste.